What up, gamers? I'm Jason, and today on Dice and Dragons, I'm going to be unboxing Call to Adventure, the Name of the Wind expansion. Now, this is based on the aforementioned book, which is set in the world of the Kingkiller Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss. This expansion is for Call to Adventure, a game designed by Chris and Johnny O'Neill and published by Brotherwise Games. Now, for those of you that don't know Call to Adventure, I'll give you a brief explanation as to what you're going to be doing in the game. It is a game for 1 to 4 players. It can be played solo, competitive, or cooperative. In the competitive mode, you're going to be building your hero, gaining triumph and tragedy points. Are you going to be the hero that saves the world or an anti-hero? The hero that then, well, not say hero, the character with the most points shall win the game. In the solo and cooperative mode, what you will be doing is taking on different adversaries. In the case of this expansion, it will be ones from the Kingkiller Chronicles. And then the hero that has the most points is the mightiest of them all, but don't forget you win and lose as a team. To build your hero, you're going to be acquiring different traits, going on quests that'll then give you different abilities, improving your strength, your charisma, your constitution, to name a few, as your character becomes a world-renowned hero or anti-hero. With that being said, I think I've covered everything I need to, and we're going to go over to the top-down camera and see what's in the box for Call to Adventure, the Name of the Wind. Now let's unbox Call to Adventure, the Name of the Wind. Now I know we're a little behind the 8 ball here getting to this unboxing. We did receive it behind everyone else up here in Canada. So we do have the Kickstarter stretch goals, some exclusive cards. We'll take a look at those first. We do get the Thani, a new version of the Wise Master card, and the Warrior. So what we're getting is, 3 different cards for the different levels. Now these do appear to have a little bit of a different finish than the original Call to Adventure cards, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going to place that off to the side. We've got plenty of room for components. So we've got this new track here for the Name of Fire, Name of Iron, and Name of the Wind. Now, I have not read the Name of the Wind series yet. It's something that I'm looking to get into, ideally once the third book finally comes out. So we do have the rule book for the Name of the Wind expansion. It does take you through some of the new things, as well as giving you a list of all the new components that you're going to be getting. So explanation on how to prepare the game. So this is what you're going to set aside for the core game. So it is definitely a different setup. That's something that I did not know. I will definitely have to dive into the rule book. So we get the rule book, a new challenge icon and reference sheet, which is definitely nice to have, something that was missing from the original game. And I'm very happy that we do have this errata. For those of us that did not get the new version of the new rulebook, we don't need to print anything out. We have it right here. Now, we do have some tokens related to the new track. I do like the fact that we've got some storage space for them, but the disappointing thing is I'm probably not going to use this. This takes up a lot of room, and I can store pretty much all of this stuff in my current Call to Adventure box. We'll see how it works. I'm going to play around with it, and maybe I actually end up keeping this one. Now, this is nice packaging, but it's still a little stuck. Not that easy to get the cards out. So, once again, cards definitely feel different. I do have the Call to Adventure game actually nearby, and I'm seriously thinking about doing a quick comparison. It feels a lot like the cards from Horrified, if you just saw our unboxing of that. So we do have some of the new adversary quests for new villains, for the co-op missions. And then, of course, we do have hero and, well, anti-hero, obviously with the black ones, and hero cards. Let's take a quick look at them. Urgent Journey, discard and replace all revealed cards in your current act. Wow, that is definitely not very nice. Dangerous Truth, play this as another hero is attempting a challenge. They choose one of those paths, it has +1. So definitely some new ways to mess with heroes. Let's take a look at the hero cards. This turn gain +1 to attempt the Name of Fire, or you may automatically succeed when you attempt a flame path. So that's pretty cool. Call the wind. This turn gain +1 to attempt the name of the wind, or you may automatically succeed when you attempt a wind path. So these definitely seem to be based on the new mechanics that we're seeing in the game. We'll just leave everything there. Now let's open up this big pack of cards. And not that easy. Give me 2 seconds. All right, so let's see what we've got. So we've got a mix of Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 cards. We do have our secret objective. Trying to see if we see any origin cards here, but so we do get some new origin cards as well. So let's just flip it over and take a look. I'm not sure why they're sorted the way they are. And actually, you know what? Let's sort it. That might actually take too long, but let's set aside an Act 1, well, 2, 1, a couple Act 3s. New objective, let's find. Could be that they're separated by their path, but I don't see that as well. Here, there's an adversary, so that's perfect. Let's take that out. And then let's just try to see if there's another origin or another starting cards. All right, so let's take this stuff out, some of the different starting cards, and see what we get in the game. Now, as you can see, we do have some bully arrival. Everything looks to be the same as what we had in the original Call to Adventure. We just get this new path at the bottom. Same thing here, different path. Wondering why I'm always pulling the wind path. So up here, we don't have a path, just what seems to be a more traditional challenge, but it's definitely based on the name of the wind theming that they have. Fight a pitched battle. Do really like the art. We've got nameless. So at the end of the game, you ignore any light side, your nice hero points from names, traits, or hero cards you've played. And it gives you the 7 dark victory points. Really not sure how that's going to be good, depending on how you play the game. We've got the Moneylender, who's an adversary. So while this challenge is undefeated once per turn, any player may pay your experience to draw an anti-hero card, which is cool. And of course, we do have the nice adversary quest for her. So we've got Crushing Debt if you want to play the game solo or in the cooperative mode. Lost Soul. I think we've covered enough of this stuff. We don't really need to go through any more of it. So you can get a good idea as to what is included in the Name of the Wind. So let's just pile everything back in the box here. I'll get it all nicely punched and sorted later. But before we go on to the outro, I want to take a quick look at Call to Adventure because the feel of those cards is really bugging me. So here we've got Call to Adventure. Now, I have sleeved the game, so I'll have to take the cards out of their sleeves. Yeah, the cards are entirely different. So that is most definitely something that I would consider a problem. It is a production problem, as the cards don't feel proper at all. So you can just see like the difference in texture. It's got a different finish to it. The stuff that we got from the original print one of Call to Adventure is much nicer than what is in the Name of the Wind box. I have to say, I am very disappointed, especially considering how long it took to get the Name of the Wind, as well as the fact that it was delayed in Canada. So if you're looking to get a consistent feel, depending on what you've got in the game and how good your eyesight is, and you can tell the difference. Actually, let's see, before we get out of here and go to the outro, dredge up these adversary cards, and I want to see if there is a very noticeable difference. Should have thought of that before, but for those of you that are regular friends of the channels, you know we do this all live, free form, not live, but fairly unscripted. Yeah, so as you can see there, the color is off. So the color dye, the way everything's set up, it's similar enough, but it's also different, which could definitely lead to problems. I do recommend sleeving the game, though. I've got everything sleeved in generic sleeves. You can buy sleeves from Brotherwise Games that are specific to Call to Adventure. If you've not sleeved the game, I'm thinking that may be the way to go, depending on how much this bothers you. We'll also talk about that in our review of the expansion, which will be coming out. So let's get this boxed up. We're going to take away this box here of Call to Adventure. We're going to put Name of the Wind front and center, and then we'll be back at you in a few seconds with a quick outro. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when we embark on our next adventure. Don't worry, a full review of this will be coming up in the near future. Also, down below in the video description, you can find links to all of our social media feeds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you'd like to see some of the heroes that we're building, whether we're going to be triumphant or tragic, well, that'll be a place to see some pictures from our plays of the game. You also know if we are able to command the power of naming magic. That being said, pretty sure I've covered everything up, but I almost forgot. There will be links popping up right in front of me to some previously related content. Maybe we're going to cover our playthrough of Call to Adventure as well as our review and how to play of the base game. Well, maybe something also pop up as a card right about now. I may want to have a link to one of our more recent videos. Keep that in mind, and don't forget to keep playing games and keep adventuring.